have to say, first of all, welcome. We're super excited to have everybody here on the line. We are doing a deep dive into Sardinia today. So really kind of as we go through, we're going to be a bunch of us presenting, but mostly our European experts who are very excited to share their take on their recent fam to Sardinia. Really, in terms of largest takeaways from today, I really want to make sure that we have some insider access, some pointers on Sardinia, and then as well, just any questions on Europe as a whole in our European specialist team, so that you guys can feel really good working with us, booking with us, and just feeling comfortable asking any questions that you have. So let's jump into it. I'm going to give a little bit of an overall recap on all things Europe. Mariana, there we go. If we can hop over to the next one too. So I just want to start by presenting the European team. I know that we have long been booking Europe, but this year we're super excited, and I'm not sure if everyone on the line is aware, but we actually have 9 specialists that are fully dedicated to Europe. It's a very exciting time for UJV to be sharing that information with you. We have our team who is on the ground. We have a Sardinian who is Ariana. She is located over there. We have a bunch in Verona, across Spain, and specifically in Italy as well. So we really do have a full team on the ground, and we are looking to really propose and book full itineraries for you and for your clients with our connections, with our insider access, and overall just with care, and making sure that we can deliver full circle solutions for you. And some of the things that we do, as you know, are of course accommodation, excursions, and transfers, but it goes so far beyond that. And in this next slide, I'm just giving a brief overview of all the things that we can offer for you. But as you know, a full itinerary is all of the moving pieces. And so in that, of course, will come many questions that you might have. But just to resume a little bit so that we can have it top of mind, we really will offer everything, from the private excursions, the insider access within that, guided tours, vetted local hosts, and then all of the logistics. And when I say all of the logistics, I really do mean all of the things. So the transfers, the flights, the ferries, the trains. We do absolutely all of that for you and can include it on all of the proposals. And then the fun stuff. So the restaurant reservations, custom dining recommendations. And we do have 24/7 in-trip support alongside our concierge services. So definitely something we always want to highlight. But with all of that being said, let's jump into the fun action for this morning's call. I'm going to have everyone introduce themselves who's on the line and going to be presenting to you today. So let's start with Ariana. Go for it, and then we'll go into the rest.
Buongiorno a tutti. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ariana. I'm the Europe Product Manager at UJV, and I can't wait to share more about my beautiful island.
Thank you, Adi. Connie, go for it.
Hi, everyone. I'm Connie Tracy. I'm so happy to have you all here today. Very excited to share Sardinia with you. It's going to be amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Mel, take it away.
Hi, everyone. I'm Melissa. Excited to be here with you all.
Thank you. Rose, give us a go.
Hi, everyone. I'm Rose Danello. I've been selling Italy for over 15 years. This was my first time in Sardinia, and I was absolutely blown away. So happy to share it with you.
Thank you. And then I just realized I didn't introduce myself. My name is Michelle, and I'll kind of be leading you along the way for today's webinar with our expert team. I do lead the European team, but I certainly want us to focus on our ladies and our lineup because they are the ones who are going to be bringing in all of that insider access for you. So let's start. I think really, I just want to make sure we can ask some of the basics as we go through today, which is why should Sardinia be on your radar and why now? And I have Ariana kind of going straight into it for us as a resident Sardinian.
Thank you, Mish. So I'm super excited to share today's destination with you because Sardinia isn't just part of our portfolio, it's also part of who I am. I was born in Sardinia many years ago, but raised in the northern Italy in a small city in between Verona and Venice. And for the past 15 years, I've been living back on the island in Cagliari, so in the south of the island. Sardinia is really one of the most unique regions in all of Italy. It's a land of incredible contrast from the white sandy beaches and the coastline to the wild inland mountains and incredible ancient villages. The island is famous for its natural beauty, but also for the blue zone, for its longevity. My own grandfather lived to be 103 years old. I was very lucky to have him as one of the Sardinian many centenarians. The incredible things of the longevity, that is a testament to the slow pace of life, the healthy food, and the strong community bonds that really define Sardinia. Sardinia offer your clients a different kind of Italy. It's not really the common Italy that you probably already know. It's authentic, immersive, and still largely untouched by mass tourism. It's never crowded. So wherever it's sailing along the Costa Smeralda or exploring the prehistoric nuraghi or enjoying a very authentic farm-to-table meals in a traditional agriturismo, Sardinia is a journey that your clients will definitely never forget. So I'm happy to be here to explore together what makes this island so special.
Thank you so much, Addie, for that. I think one of the biggest questions that we all really have is when is the best time to visit Sardinia, and what are some of, the events, anything that really comes to mind?
So it really depends on what the client is looking for. I mean, if they want to have a relaxing beach experience, the suggested time is from May to September, beginning of May till the end of September. But in the shoulder season, so from let's say October till April, I mean, Sardinia really have tons of things to do. I mean, we have some incredible experience like the Sant'Efisio in Cagliari or some happening in the small villages. You can visit the nuraghi, you can hike, you can really do a lot of things. So it really depends on what the client is looking for, but there is something to do all over the year.
I love it. Year-round destination. And then I love maps. So this next slide is really exciting. Can you give us a rundown on, because Sardinia is pretty large, right? So what should we do and keep in mind in terms of the top destinations within Sardinia, and maybe some logistics as well on how to get around?
So we have two main airports in Sardinia. Olbia is in the north of the island and Cagliari in the south, but we also have another airport that is in Alghero. It is more close to the center of the island. And keep in mind that from Olbia to Cagliari is only 3 hours drive. So it looks large, but it's not that large. So it's very easy to go around all the island with a car. So it's a quite easy. It's not, I mean, also the road is a very easy one. It's not like the Amalfi Coast with a small road. It's a very straight road and very easy to drive.
Okay. My question, from north to south, how far of a distance is that?
It's like a 3 hour drive.
Okay.
I don't know in kilometers, but it's very easy, even less of 3 hour drive. I used to do it over the weekend, so it's a very easy drive.
Thank you. Okay, I think, really just with how many amazing experiences there are to be enjoyed in Sardinia, this next slide is a little bit of like a hidden moments blurb. And so I'd love it if, Adi, you could let us know kind of what are some of these moments that we can share with the clients and propose to them.
Yeah, I mean, if you are looking for a more lifestyle area, you can easily, I mean, my suggestion is to stay in the north of the island in the Costa Smeralda area that is very vibrant during the summer. So is not suggesting during the winter, but during the summer is amazing. You can also do a lot of private sailing. You can reach La Maddalena Island or Corsica is very close to the north of the island, or you can visit a lot of vineyards. They are still family-run vineyards, and they are more than happy, to open the door of the vineyard and have the people there to wine tasting and have something to eat with them. And then you can join, a village festival. These village festival are most common in the shoulder season, so during the Italian winter. So let's say from October to April, but you can find some of them also during the summer. You can explore, all the cultural part of the island with a lot of nuraghi that are available all over the island. So it doesn't matter if you are at the north, at the center of the south. There is something to see from the cultural aspect in all the island. And then, for the centenarians, if you want to discover more about the longevity, you have to go in the Oliena area. that is in the center of the island. But really, and then the beach, you have beach all over the island. They are very different, but most of them, let's say 95% of them, are white sandy beaches. Just amazing, with an emerald color of the water that is you cannot really find anywhere else in the Mediterranean area.
Super special. Thank you, Adi. In this next section, it'll get fun. I actually want for all of our ladies to present on a hotel that we recently visited and give, their take, any tips, any specific bits that aren't, just something you can quickly Google, right? So the true insider access here. So let's start with Seven Pines. I believe Rose, share your take on this one with us.
Absolutely. I found the Seven Pines to be such a true gem. It's, for those that aren't aware, it's located on the northeastern part of the island, or the Costa Esmeralda. It's easily serviced by Olbia Airport, so the transfer was short, about 45 minutes. And when you arrive, you just see this incredible, as Ariana mentioned, just stunning sea views everywhere. The setting is really, truly so magical. Some of the amenities on property, we have two pools here. There's a main pool as well as an adult-only pool. There's an excellent full-service restaurant that has incredible fresh fish. I think it was caught that day. It was delicious. We also ate at a local, a more casual eatery that's also on property, and had a pizza tasting there. It was probably the best pizza I've ever had, which is, amazing, because I know Naples has great pizza, but it was fantastic. There's also a wellness center and a kids club on property, which is great for families. In the full season, there's the Cone Club, which is great because they offer private cabanas and sun loungers and some quick food. But at night, it also becomes a DJ set. So I hear it gets a lot of attention from the locals as well, which is great. Important to note, the Porto Cervo village is very easily accessible from the Seven Pines Resort. It's about 20 minutes away, and it's such a cute, charming village. I think everyone must go. It has super high-end shopping and great restaurants. If you visit, you have to have a Bellini in the Piazzetta. It's fantastic. It's so refreshing, and you can just take it all in. All in all, I feel this hotel is really great. I think it could match well with families, with groups, friends, and couples. So I truly, truly enjoyed it.
Thank you so much, Rose. Let's go into Forte Village Resort. And Connie, take it away on this one for us.
Before we move on, I just wanted to share a little bit more of the Seven Pines, being that it is a Hyatt, and some people look at Hyatts as it's a Hyatt, but this is Destination by Hyatt. This place was an elevated Hyatt like I've never seen anywhere else of any of the Hyatts that I visited. And so don't let that, sort of scare you from booking this hotel, because it was absolutely lovely. All right, now on to my hotel. Forte Village. Boy, when we first got this hotel, I was like, oh my God, how big is this place? So I was so excited when I got to go on this trip to really look and see how Forte Village Resort works, because it's indeed a village. It's comprised of, like, I don't know, 5 different hotels, all different levels, 21 restaurants. Imagine. How can you say, oh, there was nothing to eat? No, you've got 21 different choices on property, a Michelin star restaurant, an incredible Talasso spa. This is an excellent place if you're going with your children, because the kids club has it's got like a big Mario's brother and a Barbie. I wanted to stay there the whole day. And they're like, Connie, hurry up, let's go. So that just shows you the amount of differences that you can have in one place. There's like a little shopping area as well, a fabulous beach. So this is a target for families, for multi-generational, couples traveling together. They have villas on properties which have all king beds. So there's something here for everybody. And being in the South, you could actually, get out of the Cagliari airport and literally spend an entire weekend absolutely not be bored. Lots of nightly entertainment, piano players, just all kinds. There's always music around the property, which made it just simply incredible.
I love it. I love the pizzazz, Connie. Thank you so much for that.
Sorry.
No, it's welcome. It's very exciting. Let's go into Sugologone. Melissa, take it away for us on this one.
Thank you. I'm excited to share about this property. First off, unlike the other two properties that were just talked about, Sugologone is actually not beachfront. So it's in central Sardinia. So I definitely would recommend possibly a combined stay with Seven Pines or Forte Village with Sugologone, so you can really get the full experience of Sardinia. With that being said, because it's not beachfront, it offers really a true authentic experience. It was actually my favorite property. I could talk about this place for an hour, but I'll try and condense it. It's comprised of 71 suites and they're all uniquely designed. You really feel the art and inspiration from the owners who are actually women owned, the property. And she designed each room specifically. And you also feel her touch around the property when you're there, and you also see her there as well. So there's a lot of history on property. Now, with all of that, there's so much history and each room is unique. Definitely recommend, talking with UJV advisor and as well as the property to ensure that we get your clients the right room. I will say the website does not do this property justice. Like, you really have to talk to an expert who's been there or call the property because when you look at the website, it just doesn't scream luxury to me at all, but it is so the personalized touches. It's really there's so much to do around the property. So you're not going to be in your room the at all really when you're there. There's hikes around the property. You can go kayaking around the property. There's untouched land to go in a Land Rover and they take you through, and it's just really special. You feel the authentic Sardinian grandmothers there cooking the bread, and you see it, and they bring it to the table, and it's probably the best Italian food I've ever had. So I would see foodies there. I would see adventurous people. I would see families. We did see families there as well as honeymooners. There was actually like hiking groups at the property. So it really caters to all of your clienteles, also high-end clients as well. You can really do a buyout at this property easily. When we were there, they told us that they've had celebrities just rent the property for the day. They don't necessarily stay there. They could be on their yacht and they rent a helicopter and just buy out the property for the day. They cater to special experiences. And something that really surprised me at the property, which you can see in the picture, although it's small, is the size of the pool. Usually at some of these boutique properties, you might not you might get a small pool that you would sit around that isn't really wow factor, but this pool I could stay there all day and really enjoyed. I mean, look at the views there and really all around authentic experience. Important to highlight that it's not beachfront. It is in central Sardinia, so probably are looking at a combined stay with another property for people that want action and lots to do and really an authentic experience. I loved it.
Thank you so much, Mel. I have to say, this is quite the lineup of properties, and it's so amazing to hear about this. It makes me very excited to myself hop over to Sardinia. In this next section, because we know, it's never just one property, right? And as a lot of you ladies touched on, it's very much the full experience, the full itinerary. Everyone's going to present kind of their go-to itinerary, which features Sardinia in a unique way. So let's start with classic Sardinia. And Rose, I believe you're going on this one. So let us know, what would you do? What would be the lineup?
I take the lineup that was essentially our fam trip, which really blew me away. I mean, obviously you can reverse it, but starting in Olbia, if your clients are looking for that R&R, want to get straight to the beach and relax, I mean, they're going to be blown away. The beaches are spectacular. white sand, crystalline, pristine blue waters. I definitely book a boat excursion because you want to be on the water and get that experience. Go to those little hidden coves, that are so private and kind of have like your own little private beach area. You can bring a picnic with you. So if your clients are adventurous and they want to drive, then that's perfect. It's really easy to self-explore. I'd grab a car at the airport, a rental car, and drive around. You can go through all the adorable medieval little villages like San Pantaleo or Caneggione and just explore. You really only see the locals around and have some really great food. From the Costa Smeralda, again, if you have a car or via private transfer, you could start heading towards the middle part of the island. And as Melissa so wonderfully just expressed, the Sugo Lagone property is a gem. It's spectacular. You are not by the coast, but you're not far from the coast. So if you still want to see some beaches, it's not far. You can enjoy some experiences on property there. And I'd probably spend like 2 nights and enjoy just some really rustic, amazing food. And from there, you can drive just another hour and a half and get towards Cagliari, towards the southern part, and it kind of prepares you for your departure home because Cagliari is really easy to get. It's a main airport, but the town itself, the city is lively and vibrant, great food, lots going on in Cagliari. So it's kind of a great way to split up the week there, hitting 3 different spots. Of course, if they only want to, they don't want to unpack and pack so much, you can just do 2 of the properties. But I highly recommend all 3 to give you a really full itinerary of Sardinia.
I love it. I think this is a beautiful itinerary. I think that this is certainly one that puts Sardinia in absolute full perspective as well for anyone who wants to do an immersive experience. I know that this next one, which is the Italy combo, it's a little bit more moving around as well across Italy, and I believe Connie is going to take it away on this one for us. So what is your lineup and what would you propose?
So with the advisors that I work, they know that I love to do things that are off the beaten path, things that are new. And I kind of consider Sardinia a little bit off the beaten path since not so many people have been there. They all flock to the same cities. But starting in Rome, Rome, of course, is one of my favorite Italian cities as well. And the lift that is available into Rome or even into Florence from the United States is excellent. So you can arrive in Rome, get your transfer, relax in your hotel, do a tour and activity, go to the Colosseum, and then go and do all that hectic stuff, go to the Vatican, put all that down, and then go, okay, I need to go to the beach. That's when we fly to Olbia. And from Rome, the lift is quite good. So you can get into Olbia really easily, about an hour and 15-minute flight. You get to Olbia and you can enjoy any of the properties that we offer in that region, all the ones that we mentioned today. And then we've got others like Belmont Romazzino, Pitrizza, all these properties that you can choose from. And, I saw Tina Berman's question about, can we book the boat? Tina, can book your boat. Yes, your private boat charter, no problem. So that's what we will do. So they can spend 3 nights in Rome, 4 nights in Sardinia, 3 nights in Rome, maybe 5 nights in Sardinia, add Sugologone for that little special stay. And it's so easy. Let us help you get these combos together and let your clients do something that their friends haven't. Their friends, no, I bet you money, their friends have not gone to Sardinia. Let them be the first people to say, look at this place that I went with an emerald blue sea, and just brag. Let us help you do that.
Hot on the market, Sardinia. Let's go
Hot
for
on
this.
the market.
Let's go for this Milan Sardinia combo. Mel, walk us through that one. What does this one look like?
Yeah, so this is what we did when we were in Sardinia. And just going off what Connie said, a lot of people, first timers, Rome and Florence are definitely on their must-sees when they go to Italy. I would say that Milan and Sardinia is, probably when you've already been to Italy and you're looking for something new and off the beaten path. And it definitely offers a true authentic experience. I mean, you go to Milan, it's maybe doesn't offer as many sights as Florence and Rome do. I mean, but it's more about the sense of Italy that you're there. You're just walking around and you're enjoying the plazas and you're going to have a coffee. Not to mention the shopping's amazing. So you just go there and you go shopping and then you head to Sardinia. You don't really need to pack for your trip. That's basically what happened to all of us when we were there. Now, Milan, even though it might not catered to first timers in Italy, there's still a lot to do in Milan. You can go to the Duomo, you can do a day trip to Lake Como, and I'd probably recommend 2 to maybe max 2 nights in Milan and then head to Sardinia. Now, if you're doing a combination with Sardinia, like adding in cities like Rome, Florence, or Milan, I'd probably choose the north or south and then do 5 nights just so you can really experience one side for the full time. If not, like Rose said, you can do 7 nights and explore both sides of the island.
I love it. So many ways for us to really incorporate Sardinia. And I think that these are certainly the questions and kind of the expertise that we want to make sure we can share with all of our advisors here on the line whenever you do get that request. There's so much variety. And with that variety, of course, there's lots of partners that we work with. And so on these next couple of slides, we have Ariana just going through some of our top partners in Sardinia and then some new things across Europe as well.
Yes, so here you will see all our partner on the island. We start from the north of the region, so from the Costa Smeralda. In Costa Smeralda, we have 3 property, Pines Resort Sardinia, that as Connie mentioned earlier, it's part of Destination by Hyatt. Then we have Romazzino, it's part of Belmont, and then Hotel Pitrizia is our latest addition in our portfolio in Sardinia. It's already managed by Cheval Blanc, but it will be officially named by Cheval Blanc, Hotel Pitrizia Cheval Blanc from 2026. And then always in the north of the region, but in a different area, in the San Teodoro area. So it's not that stylish, but it's more real. It's close to San Teodoro, a small village where you can really feel the authentic Sardinia, is the Baglioni Resort. And then we have a few other property in the different area of the region. So in the center of the region, we have Sugologona Experience Hotel. I want to say a couple of things about this hotel because it's one of my favorite in the island. The hotel was founded by the parents of the current owner. So today it is run by Giovanna and her daughter. But if you stay there, you will often see Giovanna's mother, Costa, taking care of the plants or cooking for the guests. So I love the things that the hotel is managed by 3 generational women. The feeling is that you are staying at their house, not in an hotel, and you really feel welcome and loved while you are there. Then in the south of the region, we have Palazzo Doglio, is in Cagliari, where I live, and is managed by the same chain of Forte Village. It's a beautiful property. It's a small property, but again, it's in the city center. The city is very vibrant. You can do a lot of things. And in the city, we also have a beautiful white sandy beach. And it's very easy if you stay in Cagliari to visit, the other part of the south of the island. It's literally to get to Santa Margherita, 40 minutes drive, and to Villa Simius on the opposite side is another 40 minutes. So you are literally in the center to go and, discover the south of the island. And then Forte Village, and I worked there for 14 years. So obviously it's part of my heart. What I have to say, it's a unique property. You have nothing to compare with other property in all the Mediterranean area. It's the perfect spot for families with kids. You cannot find something similar. And then I just want to give you an highlight on our latest addition in Italy. My suggestion, we literally add property every week. So my suggestion is for you to follow us on our social media and also check our website where we have our portfolio area where you can find the list of all the property that we have in our portfolio. Just a few mention of the latest addition, as I was saying. So in Puglia, we recently had Borgo Ignazia and Masseria San Domenico. In the Dolomites, Le Fay Resort and Spa Dolomiti, close to Madonna di Campiglio. And then we have Hotel Delena and Hotel Ancora in Cortina. Just remember that Cortina will host the Winter Olympics in 2026, so it's very popular. Then in Lake Garda, we have Le Fay Resort and Spa Lago di Garda. In the Tuscany countryside, Castel Morastero. In Florence, we have quite a few new additions, il Tornabuoni, the St. Regis and the Westin, and Collegio alle Querce, part of Auberge Resort Collection. In Capri, we have Villa Marina Capri, in Sorrento, Aramaris Hotel, in the Amalfi Coast, Palazzo Avino and Le Sireneuse. In Venice, Cadidio, Palazzo Venart Luxury Hotel, the St. Regis and Hotel Danieli. Hotel Danieli will be for season from 2026, just to let you know, and then Violino d'Oro. In Rome, Six Senses Rome and Bulgari and the Rome edition. In Umbria, a property I'm very proud of, it's Reschio Hotel, and in Basilicata, Hotel Santa Venere. Obviously, as I said, these are our latest addition, but we are adding property literally every week. So check our website. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Adi. We are now going to go into questions, but before we do that, and I can give everyone a moment to kind of type anything out, I believe we might actually unmic. So if you want to ask a live question, absolutely go for it. I just want to remind everybody, everything we discussed, we can book for you. So, you know, Rose mentioned a rental car. We can do that for you, right? We can do the ferries. We can do the transfers. We can do absolutely all of the things. And I always invite everybody to just ask us the questions, you know, ask us if we can do it for you, because it's very likely that we can, especially now that we have a full team really focusing on Europe and wanting to sell that entire experience for you. Also, something I didn't want to interrupt you, Adi, but as you went through a lot of those properties, a lot of us have been to those properties, right? And so if you ever have questions, I know today we focused on Sardinia. We also just came back from the Amalfi Coast and from Rome. And honestly, between everyone on this call here, I know that we've been to most of those properties. So we're very excited to answer any questions you all have. And I just thank you so much for your time today. So go for it with anything you guys have.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mitch. We have a question regarding pricing. If we can sort of give like an estimate of the hotels that you guys visit, like a starting point on pricing depending on season.
Go for it. I don't know who wants to lead on that question. I can put someone on the spot, but let's offer yourself.
I can take this one. I think it really depends. Obviously, peak season is always a little bit more expensive than when you're traveling in the shoulder season. So if your clients are looking to go in, you know, June, July, and August when it's peak season, you'd probably be looking at rooms anywhere from, you know, 500 to 600 euro, and then some based on, you know, a more lead-in room category. Shoulder season, of course, will always be a little bit less, but always reach out and we can send you a detailed quote.
Thank you so much. And we have another question from Julie. She would like to ask, does the water ever get warm for swimming?
I can take it. As I experienced all over the year, the water in Sardinia. So yes, absolutely. Usually, let's say from mid-June till the end of September, absolutely. Sometimes it's really warm, you know, but it's really nice. Definitely, it's really nice. But we usually swim even from the end of April till the end of October.
Thank you, Adi. And we have another question from Lauren. Can you please discuss non-stop flights between Sardinia and the rest of Italy or anywhere else?
I can take it. So we have direct flight to Cagliari and Olbia from Milan, Rome, Venice, Florence, most of the most important airport in Italy, but you can also fly into Sardinia from London, Paris, Munich, Frankfurt is very well connected. And there will probably be a direct flight in 2026 from New York to Olbia.
Thank you, Ari. And we have another question from Deb. She would like to ask, will you guys book cruise sport excursions or just hotel activity combos?
I can take this one. I love this question. So previously, a lot of you who have been working with us for a while might have seen that we wouldn't actually just do an excursion-focused itinerary. We would need a hotel in there. That is no longer true. We'll very happily book any of the excursions that you need, the transfers and activity for your clients. In fact, for us, the happiest moment would really be to sell the full itinerary and not just the hotel only, because of course a trip is much more than just the hotel. It's very much all of the things that you add on to that. So the answer is yes, we are very happy to go for it with just the activities and service, whatever they might have already going on for the cruise.
Thank you. Any other questions, comments, shout outs?
I have one because I heard this come up as we practiced our beautiful webinar. And as it came up as well, Ari, you mentioned the word nuragi a few times, and I know what that is, but I actually just want to make sure everyone here has the opportunity to learn that word because you were talking about it quite a bit. So if you could share that with us.
Yeah, I mean, the nuraghi are the typical prehistoric, we have a lot of cultural site in Sardinia with a lot of nuraghi. They were also used to, at the top of the rock, to see if any enemy was coming from the sea into the island. So we have a lot of nuraghi all over the island, and they used to preserve a lot them because they are very important for the Sardinian culture. And I just want to say something about the Sardinian people. If you send your client to Sardinia, I think that one of the things that we'll always remember is that how the Sardinian people are happy to have tourists in the island. They are very proud to be Sardinian and they are very happy to have the tourists in the island. And they try really to let the people know their culture, their food, and it's very easy if you are here on holiday and you meet someone local, they will definitely invite you for dinner or lunch to meet their family and experience the food. You know, it's really part on how they are happy to have the people in the island and let them know about the island.
Thank you, Ari.
That's beautiful, Ari. Thank you.
I love
And we actually have a comment from Karen saying, very true, lovely people.
I have one more question in case there aren't any others or someone who wants to type something up. And it's really just how would you compare different beach spots in Europe or in Italy specific in comparison to Sardinia? Kind of why would we go for Sardinia over, the Amalfi Coast, or why would we go for Sardinia over even something, in other countries where people are comparing and contrasting?
I can take this one. I think what's unique in Sardinia is you actually get the soft sand that a lot of people crave when you experience a beach is you can lay out, you can walk. It depends on which beaches you would experience, but at Forte, you can actually go for a long walk along the beach, which you would maybe see in the Caribbean and Turks and Caicos. I think it's actually really hard to find that in Europe, in Italy too, right? In Croatia, you have rocky beaches, meaning you don't even have sand, it's pebbles. In the Amalfi or in Cinque Terre, it's a lot of rocks as well, or it's you just don't get sand. So I think what really stands out in Sardinia is also what makes it kid friendly as well is that people can enjoy the soft sand and go for long walks along the beach, and it's very safe as well. I think they were also voted like some of the best beaches in the world. So I think that is a huge selling point of Sardinia in selling Italy and selling Italy if they really want a good beach. Sardinia is far superior than Cinque Terre, than Amalfi Coast and beaches, and also comparing it to a lot of other European countries as well.
Thank you, Mel. Any other questions? And is it possible to do it in 4 days prior to Florence?
Yeah.
I don't
Absolutely.
think I would recommend anything less than 4 days. I mean, 3 days you
Agreed.
could, do it, you would just be getting a taste of Sardinia, but to really experience it, even just going to the north, laying by the beach, going shopping, and there's activities to do, I really wouldn't recommend anything less than 4 days there.
And we have a comment from Deb Summers. I'm so excited to have two ports on my Explorer cruise this summer, and I have a feeling my husband and I will come back for a longer stay. And we have a question from Emily. Is there a lot of cruise traffic in Sardinia?
We didn't see any cruise traffic. In fact, I was kind of surprised. The roads were not loaded with people. It was pretty quiet. No, I don't think it's going to have a lot of traffic at all.
I think it's refreshing to hear that as well, just because, of how many different cities that we offer across Italy and just tourism in general, kind of where things are at in today's day and age. So it's exciting to know that it's a refreshing feel on the ground. I saw Adi shaking her head that there wasn't a lot of traffic, which confirms to us that it's it's the reality full year too.
Like if you compare it, I was just in Croatia, I was in Split, and when that ship pulls in, there's a ton of foot traffic. That is not something I don't think that is going to be experienced at this time in Sardinia.
Oh, yes.
I could
This is
also add,
what
I also think
sorry.
Naples is always packed. The Naples port is pretty full.
Also, that there's a lot of luxury hotels being built in Sardinia in the next couple of years. Ari was telling us, I think there's a Rosewood, a Mandarin. So I think Sardinia is really the next hot spot. So definitely send your clients now before those prices go up even more once all of those luxury properties. I mean, now there's a Cheval Blanc branded property. So it's definitely going to be catering to a lot of high-end clientele in the upcoming years. There's also, you can land private jets there. I think Ari told us like there's some of the highest traffic of private jets in Sardinia in the summer. So I think of it definitely for high-end clients as well.
Thank you, Mel. And we have a comment from Pat. Soft sand beaches, huge selling point. Thank you.
Yes.
I love it. I mean, we're so happy to take all of these questions. Let us know if you have anything. I will say, I think we're going to be sending the replay for this webinar in case you want to just kind of refresh and get more details. And I think that'll be sent over to your emails directly, but we are so, so thankful for all your questions today. I actually see another one. Where can we find UJV touring and activity information? That is a great question. I would always recommend that you reach out to your advisor that you're working with, and they can quote up something at a full proposal, or just give you a few initial ideas in case the client's not ready yet to commit to an itinerary. But we can send that through kind of within a quote, within, maybe just like a PDF with some of the tours that you might want to see. But we will be very happy to share that with you, Chris.
Thank you, Mitch.
I will say just on that too, we do actually have some sample itineraries that we're very happy to share, and we can always create, more depending on a custom ask. So if you ever have something and you just want like a guideline, feel free to ask us for that, because we can very easily send it over to you along with anything that we might already have established. So we thank you so much for these beautiful questions. And we're, happy to start this kind of deep dive sessions. We started off with Sardinia, but there will be more coming to you. And again, thank you.